Hello guys, Luke here with Motion.page, back with another tutorial today. In today's tutorial, I want to show you how you can create something like this. So the main focus is this header here, and what I want to show you how to make is when you click on this here, you get this nice effect, kind of like a curtain effect, which comes down with your menu items. This also changes to a cross, as you can see. Very basic, it's nothing too special. So without more talking, let me just show you how to make this. Okay, so once again, I'll be using Oxygen Builder for this, and I'm just going to open up my main template over here. In the meantime, I'm also going to grab a logo from Logo Ipsum. I think I'll just use this one here. Okay, so first let's set up our header. I'm just going to use a div for this. Put this to the top. Call it header. Put some padding on there. And I want to do horizontal, middle, and space between. Just the first element is going to be our logo on the left side, like that. And then on the right side, we want our hamburger icon. I'm going to use this one for now. I want to wrap this in a div, so I'll show you why I'm doing this in a second. This icon I'm going to change to menu open. I'm also going to give it an ID. Menu open. I'll duplicate this one. This will be menu close. On the container, I'm just going to do relative here. And then on the close, let's do absolute. Also give it an ID, menu close. Okay, and let's change the actual icon. Something like that. Okay, cool. Now on initial state, the close, I want this to have an opacity of 0. And one last thing is I'm going to give these a class. And these will be triggers. So menu trigger, and this will also be a trigger. So that's that. I think also we'll change the z-index on this so that it's at the front. I'll just do something like 500 there. Alright, so that's our main header. Next we want to work on our fixed element, which will be spanning across the whole page. So let's make that now. So I'm going to put this underneath the header here. Expanded header. This wants to be a grid, and I want to give it a grid with 4 columns. So to do this, I'm just going to go to the Custom CSS, and we'll just do a width of 100% as well. Okay, so now if I put a div inside here, it should take up, yeah, that's perfect. Before I continue editing that, I'm just going to call this curtain, and I want to position this fixed. So let's see, layout. Position fixed, and this wants to be at the very top, left and right, like that. Okay, curtain, I'm going to give this a class, menu curtain, and then in here I want to give it a height, viewport height of 0 on its initial state, and then in Motion.page we can target this class for each of them, and we'll change the heights, and then we'll stagger them as well. Alright, so before I continue, let's just change the background color of this to that, and now I'm going to duplicate this 4 times. Cool. Next we need our actual elements that are going to sit inside. We can actually just create another element, another div here, and I'm actually going to put this inside just below the curtains, like that. Called menu elements. I want this to also be position fixed, so we'll go layout, position fixed, like that. And this time it's going to span the whole screen like that. I'm going to position the elements like this, so everything is in the center. And now in here, I'm just going to do text link, and these will be our menu links. Text color is going to be white. I also want to change the typography, so let's just add a class to this. So instead of doing it on the ID, let's do menu item, make it white. Typography, we'll go with something like 3rem. And just so I can see everything here, I'm just going to change the z-index on this 50, just so I can see. This is going to be called home. And then once again on here, let's just do uppercase, something like 700. products. Let's just do 4 links for now. And let's change this to contact us. So as you can see at the moment on the front end, if I save this, we have a big issue, of course. So these are visible and they're clickable, which is not good. So let's fix that now. So all I'm going to do is we can fix this in Motion.page actually. So let's head on over to Motion.page now and I'll show you how you can fix this. So I'm just going to save this and then let's go to Motion.page. So I'm going to create a new timeline. I'm going to call this menu trigger. I want to make sure this is checked just in case. We do want it to happen on every page. I'm going to change the trigger here to click. And first of all, what we want to target here is our menu trigger class that we created. And remember that's applied to both the open one and close. And now we can create our animations. So first, let's work on this icon here. So I'm going to target first menu open icon. So once this has been clicked on, I want to change the opacity to 0. But at the same time, so if I duplicate this, we can now target the menu close icon, menu close, and then this opacity wants to become 1. And we can make that happen just a little bit after this one fades out. So you can see that happening there on the timeline. In the top right, the icon's changing. Maybe a little overlap, something like that. Okay, next I want to target our curtains. So when we click on this, we want the curtains to come down. So let's go back here and our curtains, menu curtain. So let's target that one, menu curtain. So that's working. You can see it's selecting right at the top left there. It's a little bit difficult to see. What we want to happen when we click on this, we want it to keep the same from, but on 2, we want to change the height dimension or height of 100. So let's just see. So you can see they're all coming down, which is good, but we want to stagger those. All we need to do for that is just go down here, stagger. I'm going to change it to amount, it's the total, and then we'll do like 0.3 seconds, so it's quite fast. See, that's staggering quite nicely. Next, I actually want it to change color a little bit. I want it to go from a white color, background color, and I want it to go to this color here. So let me just grab this. Background color. Cool. All right, that's nice. I'm going to save this for now. Next, what I want, we need to fix these menu items here first of all. So let's do that. So let's target those. So menu elements. And we have here text links. Okay, so I'm just going to give this an ID. Elements like that. And now what I can do in Motion.page is use that selector. Okay, so I just needed to refresh my Motion.page here, but this selector is working. So now it should, yeah, you can see it's fading. So if I put this forward a little bit, you can see now it has an opacity of 0, and then it fades in like that using this selector. Okay, I'm just going to save this, see what it looks like on the front. Excellent. Okay, so next what I want to do is just give them a slight animation. So I want them to translate from, let's use pixels here. We'll do like minus 100 pixels. Oops, pixels 0, like that. Let's make sure this is 1 as well so we can see it. And then let's also stagger those. So we'll stagger each one by 0.2 seconds, something like that. So as that comes down, so do the elements. That's a little bit too long actually. I'm just going to put this here. And then I'm going to change amount 0.3. It's a little bit quicker, snappier, like that. Okay, see. We'll click on this. Nice. Cool. I think one more thing I want to do is just change the ease on this to something like power. So it's very snappy. And then we'll do the same on this one. Power 1. Cool. And then in Oxygen, I'm just going to apply something to this class. And I want to do Custom CSS we'll do cursor pointer. Cool, so there you have it guys, there's the header. And this should also work on mobile because we are using a grid, so whatever size I use, it should always look like that. It looks pretty good. Of course, feel free to change the color of your icons here and the sizing so that they both match. But this is just an example showing you how you can create something like this. So there you have it guys, just another basic tutorial today on how to create that expanding header. If you do like the video, please consider giving it a thumbs up and please do subscribe. It will help our channel a lot. We will be bringing more content like this every Monday. I'll see you next time. Thank you.